Oh. It's on the PlayStation Store today. DuckTales! Woohoo! DuckTales. I grew up with DuckTales. DuckTales was the bomb. Okay? Who didn't like DuckTales?
I hated DuckTales.
Now, for anybody that thought maybe I was a little too harsh, this is DuckTales. You don't make fun of DuckTales. Now, I grew up with DuckTales back in the late 80s. That was the best Disney show out there. And of course, being the first console that came out, it was first on the 8-bit system. And, of course, we just had to get a remake of it. Sure, nobody asked for a remake of DuckTales, but this is something that we were all willing to overlook because we love DuckTales. And for anybody who doesn't remember what DuckTales is, here's a brief idea.
Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. DuckTales, woo. Every day they're out there making DuckTales, woo. Tales of daring, do bad, and good luck tales, woo. The danger, watch behind you. There's a stranger out to find you. What to do, just grab onto some DuckTales, woo. Every day they're out there making DuckTales, woo. Tales of daring, do bad, and good luck tales, woo. Not ponytails or cocktails, no DuckTales, woo.
Now, I want everyone to know that the company of Capcom has been quite upset with as of late, and I don't think I need to go into any details as to why. I'm pretty sure people might know. But everybody knows that I'm willing to give credit where credit is due. Hard work should be rewarded and glorified. And DuckTales is one of those things that just happens to be done well. Of course, it's a remake of an old 8-bit game, but sometimes our remakes of the classics are the best way to go, you know? So, why is DuckTales worth getting? I guess I'll have to show you. From the get-go, we're reminded of just how awesome DuckTales was, just by its main menu, which was taken from the show itself. If you're a classic Disney fan like I am, this is a treat. Cartoons like this sadly don't exist anymore. Everything today is too CG or cheaply made. But here, you had a classic hand-drawn animation, and here in DuckTales Remastered, everything has gotten a similar treatment. The layouts and the backgrounds are richly painted to capture the feel of the old show, and it's really detailed and well done. It definitely does look like Duckburg. But of course, the fan service doesn't end yet. The old cast from the 80s, most of them anyway, have come back to reprise their classic roles, such as Scrooge McDuck, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and so on.
Oh, Huey! Are you all right, my boy?
Yeah, but you better watch out. The Beagle Boys mess with your security system.
Yeah, we've taken over the whole place. Yeah, me money.
Hey, don't forget about me, Uncle Scrooge.
Eh? Oh, don't worry, lad, I'll save you.
Just within the first couple of minutes, it's amazing to see how much effort went into remaking an old classic game, as well as giving respect to an old cartoon favorite a lot of us older generation remember growing up. That in itself is actually worth noting. Because, like I said before, nobody asked or demanded for a DuckTales remake, not in video game format anyway. But to see that people still do remember the greats and are willing to give a little back is easily inspiring. Now, if you remember the classic game, then the rules should be familiar to you. Scrooge can hop on just about anything and everything with his acrobatic cane pogo stick abilities, and your goal is to solve puzzles, rescue your friends, and find treasures. And just like most Disney games back in the day, this one can get fairly challenging. I was kind of amazed how quickly I was defeated. But nonetheless, it's good to have challenge. Otherwise, what's the point? Meanwhile, while you're going through this madness, that is Transylvania, your bank, and the moon, as well as other places, you will of course hear some kicking remixes in the background, naturally taken from the original game itself. And yes, of course, the DuckTales theme is here too. Hell, it would be a sin if it wasn't. In the end, for the sake of a huge nostalgia factor and good old-fashioned platforming, there's not much else to say. This is definitely one that can't be missed out on, and for $15, you're definitely getting what you pay for. And a fine trip down memory lane it is. Heck, I would be perfectly fine with getting more games like these. So if you head to the Sony Play Store or the PlayStation Network, you can check the game out for yourself. I highly encourage it. And may God have mercy on your soul if you don't. So that's DuckTales for you, everybody. The remastered HD version for the PlayStation 3. You know you should get it. I've already got it. You'd be doing yourself a great disservice if you did not get it. So go ahead and get it, because it's good for you. By DuckTales. Be sure to check the link in the description if you wish to purchase DuckTales. Woohoo!